Question. DS. Law firm A charges a fixed cost of $A plus an additional expense of $B per hour. Law firm B charges a fixed cost of $C plus an additional expense of $D per hour. For the same legal action, does law firm A charge less than law firm B? Condition 1. A plus B is less than C plus D. Condition 2. Each law firm A and B worked an additional 10 hours. Solution. Now we will solve this DS question using the variable approach. DS. More than 4 variables. Question. Condition 1. 1 equation. Condition 2. 1 equation. DS question with more than 4 variables. Let the original condition in a DS question contain more than 4 variables. Now, the variables would generally require more than 4 equations to be able to solve for the value of the variables. We know that each condition would usually give us an equation resulting in a total of 2 equations, each one from condition 1 and condition 2. However, since we need more than 4 equations to match the numbers of variables and equations in the original condition, the unequal number of equations and variables should logically give us an answer E. Let's apply the 3 steps suggested previously. Follow the first step of the variable approach by modifying and rechecking the original condition and the question. We have to find out whether law firm A charges less than law firm B. Again, the question might look complicated, but the variable approach is Prince Charming coming to your rescue. Let the time taken by law firm A be X hours, and the time taken by law B be Y hours. So, we need to determine if A plus B times X is less than C plus D times Y. You should first check what the question is asking. This is a modification, which is the first step of the variable approach. Follow the second and the third step. From the original condition, we have 6 variables: A, B, C, D, X, and Y. To match the number of variables with the number of equations, we need 6 equations. Since conditions 1 and 2 will provide 1 equation each, E would most likely be the answer. Recall 3 principles and choose E as the most likely answer. Surprising, right? You are experiencing a new world where you can find the answer without any calculations. Let's take a look at both conditions together. Condition 1 tells us that A plus B is less than C plus D, and condition 2 tells us that X equals Y equals 10. So, the question A plus B times X is less than C plus D times Y becomes whether A plus 10 times B is less than C plus 10 times D. We still do not know the relationship between D and B. So let us substitute A equals 1, B equals 1, C equals 1, and D equals 2. Then we get A plus 10 times B, which equals 1 plus 10 times 1 equals 11, is less than C plus 10 times D, which equals 1 plus 10 times 2 equals 21, which would be yes. But if we substitute A equals 1, B equals 2, and C equals 3, and D equals 1, then we get A plus 10 times B equals 1 plus 10 times 2 equals 21 is greater than C plus 10 times D equals 3 plus 10 times 1, which equals 13, which is no. Some values work, while others do not, both yes and no, so conditions 1 and 2 combined are not sufficient. The answer is E if there are 6 variables. This is the superiority of the variable approach. Both conditions 1 and 2 together are not sufficient, so E is the correct answer. When there are more than 4 variables in the question, it is most likely that E would be the answer. Therefore, always check both conditions together to save time. Answer E.